Hello and welcome to Joomla Pizza Bugs and Fun 2025 First Edition. I'm SD. Joining me are Phil, Herman, and Olivier. We're going to be your guides today at participating in this PBF event. As you may know, the goal of Pizza Bugs and Fun is to gather together to improve Joomla through testing, bug squashing, and having a whole lot of fun. Now, the event would not be possible without our generous sponsors, and the PBF 2025 First Edition sponsors include Akiba, Dejona, Joomla Donation, and of course Joomla. Our server sponsor is Locust Hills. We appreciate and thank you for the support you have provided to the Joomla project. Before we get too far, I just want to take a quick moment to thank all the individuals who have worked so tirelessly behind the scenes to bring this event to life. We could not have done it without you. You know who you are. Thank you to the organizers and room assistants from around the world who are making this 24-hour event available to anyone and everyone who wants to participate, no matter where they are in the world, whether they want to be online or in person. Last but certainly not least, thank you who are listening to me now, who are joining our community and participating in this PBF event. So, to connect with our team and other participants, join us in Mattermost in the OR PBF channel, where you can ask questions, you can make comments, or you can just say hi. Would you mind doing us a quick favor and spreading some Joomla love on social media with hashtag PBF25? It would be fantastic to see comments, pictures, shout outs of support. Don't forget to check out our website, pizza-bugs-fun.com. That is pizza-bugs-fun.com for additional information. All right. Now the housekeeping's done and out of the way, I'm going to talk a little bit about what you'll find in this video. The topics are designed to help set you up for PBF success. We're going to talk today about creating that Mattermost account if you don't have one already, so that you can jump on our OR PBF channel and say hello. We're going to talk about how to write Joomla documentation. Quick spoiler alert, it's a little different this year. We're also going to cover translating the core Joomla because we want to keep Joomla available in multiple languages. We're going to talk about how to create a GitHub account. That's where you're going to post your results. And the team's going to go over how that works. How to configure that patch tester, and then how to use it to test a patch. But I know. The main reason you're sitting through this video is you want to know how to get reimbursed for your pizza and non-alcoholic beverage. We're going to cover that too. So, without further delay, I'm going to turn things over to Phil, and he's going to get you started with creating that Mattermost account so you can join us on ORPBF.
Thank you, SD. And now I'm going to talk you through signing up to Mattermost. There's an article in the Joomla community magazine called Getting the Most Out of Mattermost. And this will tell you everything you need to know about signing up to Mattermost. You can register on the Identity portal at identity.joomla.org. Once you've registered, you can check through your profile. The important thing to make sure is that you have given consent for Mattermost. Here are the important parts. And here are the consents. And here you can see I've given my consent for Mattermost. It tells me when I agreed it, when it expires, and how long I've got left. And it's important that you renew your consent before the expiry date. Once you have given that consent, head over to joom.la/chat. And there you will see Mattermost. Once you're at Mattermost, you can find the Pizza Bug and Fun channel simply by typing PBF into the Find channel. And once you search there, you'll be able to chat with others who are joining in Pizza, Bugs and Fun. And here are all those important URLs again. And now he's going to explain how you could do Joomla documentation.
Hi, welcome on the documentation part of the PBF. Until recently, the documentation of Joomla was on docs.joomla.org. But that became a bit messy, so we wanted a more structured approach. The developer's manual you can find now on manual.joomla.org, and you can make improvements or additions to that by doing pull requests to their GitHub repository. But I think most developers in this PBF will spend their time to fixing bugs, hopefully a lot. The user's manual we want to improve, needs to be improved a lot. And for today, we put that on docscore.sandbox.joomla.org. In short, the sandbox. That is only the English text that you can find there. We are still restructuring it, but you can also see some translations of those texts in jdocmanual.org. You can help with the uh, user manual by making an account on the sandbox. So you go to the sandbox and docscore.sandbox.joomla.org. You go to the contributors tab and you create an account. In that way, you are a registered user of Joomla, because this is a Joomla site, of course. You get an email and you confirm that email. But then you're only registered, so now you have to go to the Mattermost channel, documentation suggestions. In Mattermost, you have to log in via identity.joomla.org. I think most of you are on Mattermost, but you have to go to the documentation suggestions channel and ask for author rights for your account that you just made in the sandbox. You can always go back to this documentation suggestions channel for help and for consultation. And during the PBF, we will also have a Google Meet opened, so you can just really talk to someone about the documentation. The user manual, you find it in the sandbox under user manual. We're still busy with it. What can you do to improve it? Well, we have got a list. You find it in the tab under jobs to do. And if you find a subject, and there are a whole list of subjects and also some more information about it, and you find a subject, you can also put that on the list of that we use on the spreadsheet. There you have a volunteers doing the work uh, column where you can put your name in. If you want to know, yeah, but what can I do? How do I do that? How do I make a tutorial? How do I make a good documentation? Well, we have made a tutorial about how to make documentation. You'll find that in the same contributors tab under tutorial. And we are using a framework called diataxis for that, that divides the whole documentation in 4 types. You'll find explanations about that in that tutorial. And we are going to put some emphasis on tutorials in this PBF, because tutorials are uh, the first thing if you want to learn something about something that is a subject that is new, then a tutorial guides you into it. So that's a very good start to if you want to start making the documentation. Always go to tutorials. If you know what to do and how to do it, you can log in under contributors. And then you see a menu item, draft articles. When you click on that, you come on a page where you can make a new article. But do you need any special markup for that? No, because we just do it in Joomla. So you on the content tab, you have you type in the title of your article that you want to make, and you see an editor where you can put your documentation contribution in. We have also got some special custom fields under the contribution tab. You will find them. For instance, if this is a new article, then you can give a suggestion where to place it. And if it's an existing article that you are adjusting, you can tell where it came from, what the original article is. And under this, the last bigger field in this under this tab, contributions, is a comment field. You can put everything that you are doubting about, or questions about, or maybe feedback that we have. We can put that in the comment field. So that's our communication about the article that you are going to make. So you type in your article, don't forget to save, of course. And uh, when you are really ready, when you are thinking, okay, now they can do something with it. You don't have to worry about where to place it because we take care of that. But you just after publishing, after typing your article, you go to the publishing tab, and you see here a workflow, what we have in Joomla, and you submit your article for review. Well, I hope to see you in the sandbox, on the Mattermost suggestions, documentation suggestions channel, in the spreadsheet, or on the Google Meet. And most of all, have fun with the documentation. Thank you very much.
And now I'm going to talk you through setting up a GitHub account. Head over to github.com. There you can sign up for a new account. You'll need to use a valid email address to sign up for your new account. Then create a password. And once you've saved your password, you will need to verify your email address, and then you can sign in. Once you have signed into GitHub, you can search for the Joomla repository. And here you can see the Joomla repository and all of the code that makes up Joomla. And now over to Olivier, who's going to talk about patch testing.
Thank you, Phil. Before I dive into the details, I would like to point out that the idea behind testing patches is to get 2 successful tests from 2 different people on a single patch. A patch is a piece of code, or pull request, that has been created to correct an issue in Joomla. We have prepared a style sheet where I recorded most patches that need to be tested. Once you decide on a patch you want to test, put your name next to the patch so no more than 2 people test it. There are several ways you can test patches. You can install an instance of Joomla on your local server. It is simple. Just get the latest nightly at GitHub and install a patch tester component. You can use one of our pre-installations ready for you to use. Once you have claimed an instance, the first thing you should do is change the password so that nobody else can use it but you. You can use the site launch.joomla.org and create your own Joomla 5 instance. Once in the console, install the patch tester component. Once in your Joomla instance, you first need to set up the patch tester extension. I would also suggest you increase the session lifetime, set debug to yes, and error reporting to maximum to catch potential issues. In some cases, depending on the patch you are testing, you may be required to install additional languages or sample data. To set up the patch tester, go to Global Configuration, Joomla Patch Tester. In order to get the patches, you need a GitHub token. Click on Create a Personal Access Token. This takes you directly to GitHub to create the token. It's pre-filled for you. Just go to Generate Token. This will give you a token available for you to use in your console. Make a copy of it, because once you leave GitHub, that token will be gone. Go back to your console, put the number 7 close. Now you are ready to fetch data. Once the patches are available in the console, go back to the style sheet where you put your name in and copy the patch ID. Go back to the console, put the ID in the search field. First, you need to make sure you can reproduce the issue the patch is supposed to fix. To learn more about the issue, select View on GitHub. It will take you to GitHub, where you can learn about the issue. Go back to your console and try and reproduce the behavior. If you cannot reproduce the behavior, please make a note in the style sheet. On the other hand, if you can reproduce the issue, click on Apply Patch. Follow the instructions for testing the patch in the GitHub pull request. And make sure the issue has been fixed with the patch applied. Your test being successful or not, please record your results in the style sheet next to your name. Go back to the console and select View on Joomla Issue Tracker. In there, click on Test This and report your results. If your test was unsuccessful, please provide as much information as you can. Submit test results. Then go back to the console and revert the patch. Now you're ready to process a different one.
Thank you, Olivier. And now, how to get a refund. To qualify, you will need to fill in a reimbursement form. This can be found on opensourcematters.org/reimbursement. Once there, you can find all the details needed for the form to be filled in. We will also need you to send us images of your gathering as proof so that we can share them on social media. Remember, only pizza and non-alcoholic drinks count. And now back to SD for a few closing words.
You made it! We're at the end of the video. It's SD here. I hope that you found our tips helpful. I just want to take a quick moment to once again thank our sponsors for the first edition 2025 PBF, which are Akiba, the Joomla, Joom Donation, Joomla, and our server sponsor, Locust. Don't forget that you can join us over on Mattermost in the OR PBF channel. Spread some Joomla love on social media with hashtag PBF25. And most of all, have a great time. We cannot thank you enough for joining our community today to participate. And I'm going to say this one more time. Thank you for taking time out of your day to participate in PBF. Have fun, enjoy pizza, be loud and proud for Joomla.